Ravens flock. The flock rundown is the place to be. My man Ryan has been a lifelong Ravens fan since he was born. So I'm telling you now, it's about to go down. The podcast, the flock rundown. Ravens, baby. Nothing gets better than waking up and wondering how high we can fly. Tune in.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.
Appreciate you, Ray. What's up, Ravens fans? My name is Ryan, and welcome back to the third episode of the Flock Rundown today. The news is flying left and right, but I love every second of it. There's finally stuff to talk about. There's finally real football things going on. This video is about Kyle Van Noy visiting Baltimore today. News just came out. A few people were saying he signed. He didn't sign yet, but he is visiting the Ravens today, and it's just another clear sign that they are going to make a move for some edge help. Made a video yesterday because the Ravens were bringing in Dwayne Smoot early next week, but he ended up re-signing with Jacksonville, so that's not going to happen. But already they're bringing in Kyle Van Noy today. I don't know if this visit was already lined up or not, but it just came out that he's coming in for a visit. I love that. I love this Kyle Van Noy signing probably more than any edge out there. I think that he still has some juice. He's had 4 straight years of over 5 sacks. He's still productive. He would be a great rotational guy on the edge. He also can come inside. He is versatile. He's had a ton of experience in a bunch of different defenses. He's had postseason experience with New England. So I like Kyle Van Noy a lot. I would still be also open to bringing back Justin Houston. We would just situationally use these guys. It would be kind of a rotation. You know, they'd be playing in a Tyus Bowser type role. Kyle Van Noy could play in a Tyus Bowser type role and kind of back him up, just be a rotation piece and come in on situational plays. He has a ton of experience. He can teach the guys. I'm always open to bringing more talent. That's what I was saying in that Melvin Gordon video. If you haven't watched that, I just dropped the Melvin Gordon video as well. But I'm always open to bringing in talent. But Kyle Van Noy, I know will work. Kyle Van Noy would be an incredible piece to this defense. I think that's a little bit more than just your average depth signing. He would provide depth, but he provides a lot of valuable experience that is hard to find. Same with Justin Houston. I don't know if this is potentially a sign that maybe they don't want to bring Justin Houston back or they're not going to bring Justin Houston back. I hope that's not the case. I hope that they're just trying to stack as much depth as possible. And I don't think that this is going to affect Ajabo and Owe. This is just building out your roster as deep as possible with experience and with talented players. If they take a couple snaps away from those guys, it's worth it, in my opinion, if you're bringing in that kind of experience. Look at Justin Houston last year. Every time he came in, he was fresh. And earlier in the season, he was still producing like he was in his prime. That's because he's fresh. You can keep Houston and Van Noy fresh and bring those guys in and give Tyus Bowser a little break. Ajabo and Owe should be playing most of the games, I agree, but having experience depth behind them is not a bad thing. I am all on board if we end up signing Kyle Van Noy. There's no signing as of now. He's just visiting today. We could get news later. We could get news this weekend. I don't know. But it seems like the Ravens are not playing around since Eric DeCosta's been back this week. They're lining up visits. They signed Melvin Gordon. We know we got a Super Bowl caliber roster. Let's finish it out. Let's round it out with depth, with experience. Guys who have had playoff experience and big moments and consistently produced throughout their career. I would love to add Kyle Van Noy and Justin Houston. And I think our edge depth at that point, our outside linebacker depth is perfect. You don't even need to touch it again. And then all we have to do, literally the only thing, is sign another corner, I think. That's it. And this is probably the best roster that I've ever seen the Ravens put together, especially from last year. I mean, you've filled up every hole, and you've absolutely retooled the entire offense. So, incredible job by EDC. Shout out to you, Eric DaCosta. I can't wait for this season, man. We are so stacked, and we just keep adding talent. It seems to work that way, though, right? Like when you put together like an incredible roster, it's just so much easier for other players to want to come join the ride. And I think that's what's going on. The Ravens can get visits from free agents, and a lot of guys want to come here because they know that we're going to contend for a Super Bowl. If we stay healthy, we are contending for a Super Bowl. There's no doubt in my mind. So why wouldn't all these experienced vets want to come play for us? So hopefully we get a deal done soon. That would be incredible. And we could welcome Kyle Van Noy to Baltimore Ravens. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning into another episode of the Flock Rundown, the third episode today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.